Hi there. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Thanks for joining me for a story. The story today is called Call the Horse Lucky. The story is written by Juanita Havel and illustrated by Nancy Lane. The Horse Lucky. Mel saw the horse first. Look, Grandma, a pinto. We didn't see a horse out here last fall. Grandma shook her head. And I haven't ridden here since then. He's all alone. Mel wanted the horse to look up or even to trot towards them, but he didn't move. On the ride back to Grandma's house, Mel said, I wish I could have a horse. That night, Mel dreamt about the pinto in the corral on the country road. The next day, Mel rode back to the corral with a carrot in her pocket. Hey, boy, Mel called. The horse raised his head. Eyes half closed, he stood like a skinny statue with a bony back and ribs that stuck out. He didn't swish his tail or shake his head to flick off the swarm of flies crawling on his rump, legs, and face. Mounds of smelly muck lay around him. Mel waved a carrot. The horse closed his eyes as if to gain strength. Slowly he shuffled towards the fence. It hurt Mel to watch him move. Maybe she shouldn't have brought the carrot, but she held one out and waited. After a while, the horse took the carrot. While he chewed, Mel reached out to touch his face. His red-rimmed eyes looked sunken. Mel knew something was very wrong. Mel blinked back tears when she described the horse to Grandma. We have to help him. After, Grandma called the Humane Society. She told Mel, sooner or later they will rescue the horse. Sooner if the owner gives up the horse, and later if the owner is taken to court. Mel and Grandma rode out every day to see if the horse was still there. One afternoon they saw people in the corral with the horse. Mel called out, Did you come to help the horse? We're taking him to Lisa's ranch, where he can get well, said a man in a blue uniform. I'm Lisa, the woman said. I run a horse rescue ranch. I'm afraid this little gelding has gone hungry for too long. We persuaded the owner to give him up. I'm glad that someone told the Humane Society about him. Grandma did, said Mel. Because of Mel, said Grandma. He'll get better, won't he? Mel asked. I think so, said Lisa. A vet will treat him, will feed and care for him. Don't you think he needs a name, Mel? Let's call him Lucky, Mel said. I want him to have lots of luck. Mel felt better when they drove up to the rescue ranch a few weeks later. It looks like a place where horses could be happy. Is that Lucky? Mel shouted. His fly mask sort of hid his eyes. He's not so skinny anymore, and he has a friend. Flicker showed some interest in Lucky as soon as he arrived, Lisa said. At first, we kept Lucky alone while he got better, she said. Then we put him in a pasture with Flicker, and they get along fine. Horses are herd animals. They don't like to be alone. But sometimes socializing with a bunch of strangers is hard on a horse that isn't well, and the other horses might bully him. He likes to be brushed, doesn't he? From the beginning, Lucky let us handle and groom him. Not all rescue horses let you, but Lucky was pretty calm, even though he had pain in his infected hoof. He had trouble walking, said Mel. Did you give him medicine? Yes, and his hoof has healed. Lisa told Mel that when Lucky came, the vet gave him a thorough examination. Then Lucky had to be wormed, his hooves attended to, and his teeth cared for. He seemed to know we were here to help him. I hope he finds a good home. Mel read the adoption questionnaire and thought, we don't have enough room for Lucky at my house. The backyard is too tiny, and Grandma doesn't even have a yard. "Lucky, why do you cost so much to take care of?" she said to the pinto. She didn't know how she could own him, but at least for now she could see him. A month later, Lucky went to live and work at a horse therapy ranch. Grandma drove Mel to see Lucky. The trainer invited them to watch her work with Lucky. She stood in a round pen with Lucky and rubbed him with a weighted plastic bag. Then she opened the bag and waved it. Lucky stood still. "Good boy," said the trainer. Like most horses, Lucky was startled at first when she shook the plastic bag near him. After Lucky circled the pen for a while, the trainer hooked the lead to his halter. "Would you like to lead him back to the pasture?" Mel held the leather lead. Lucky matched his pace with Mel. When Mel walked fast, so did Lucky. When Mel slowed down, Lucky did too. "You lead him well," said the trainer. "Have you thought of volunteering to work here? We need people to groom and walk the horses." Mel turned to Grandma. "When I visit you, I can be with Lucky." "It's a wonderful idea," Grandma said. "My name should be Lucky too." Mel reached up to stroke Lucky's neck. "I'm lucky to have found you."